9:17 p.m. It's nice and quiet outside. Plus, a light breeze out here doesn't feel too bad. Finding an open spot on my front lawn, I unfold the blue and green blanket I have and lay it nice and neat on the grass in front of us, getting rid of any wrinkles I see. Once that's done, I carefully lay myself down and place pardon me, both my hands behind my head. I can feel the blanket become more damp through my back as I lay down, but that's not my biggest concern right now. I let out a big sigh as I look up at the stars and constellations above all of us. Hearing some moving about shows Yuri laying down to my right, also looking up at the stars. I can't seem to look away from her. My mind races at a million miles per hour as I get lost staring at the moonlight shining in her purple eyes. This plaguing feeling of emptiness, of hopelessness, of nothing in the world mattering anymore hasn't gone away after everything that happened last night. I still feel really bad over how I treated her yesterday. I shouldn't have pushed her and scared her like that.
Isn't it beautiful outside, Hallie?
She looks over to me, probably expecting me to say something back. I can't bring myself to answer that. That's not what I want to talk about right now. I feel like I should explain everything to her. I want to let her know what I'm feeling, but I'm just not sure where to start. Let's try this. You really are.
Huh?
She bashfully smiles and blushes like she usually does.
Oh, Hallie.
Yuri, I feel like I'm ready to explain some stuff to you. Her eyes widen a bit as she looks at me expectantly. It's as quiet as I expected it to be while I think of how I want to go about saying all this. Even when I'm laying down like this, I manage to bring my head down, almost out of defeat. I'm really sorry about last night.
Hallie, don't. Nothing was your fault last night.
A flashback of how violent I acted around her shows up in my mind. No, Yuri, I feel like I treated you badly last night, and that was something that's been eating away at me today. You don't deserve to be treated like that. I close my eyes and simply frown at her. I don't know how else to convey how I'm feeling. I shouldn't have scared you like that. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't feel like a good boyfriend to you.
Hallie, please. It's not your fault. I'm just happy I could be there for you. I don't know what I'd do without you.
A cool breeze passes by, which runs through our hair. I can see a genuine look of concern on her face due to the moonlight shining on her. I turn away to look at the stars again. It's just... Sometimes I question why I'm on this earth. Why me, of all people? Why am I even here? Why can't I do anything right? In this storybook we call life, why couldn't I have been born someone different?
Hallie.
I don't know what to do. What can you do when people who meant the whole world plus some aren't there anymore? What's the point, anyways? I couldn't make them proud of me. It's really hard, trying my best not to let my emotions interfere. Lord knows she's seen enough of that. I turn around completely until my face is almost buried on the blanket, my voice trying not to break. There was so much I never got to say to them. How much I appreciated my dad for all he's done. He's such a good guy, and how much I miss my mom. I turn over to face her again. She looks more worried than concerned now. Yuri, that night you came over, Mom called. I said some things to her I regret. I never did tell her I'm sorry, and now I can't let her know how I feel. And I never will. Just that thought alone is ripping me apart inside. Without a warning, I scooch closer to her, place my forehead right above her chest, and keep my eyes shut. She wraps her arms around me and kisses my forehead.
Oh, my darling boy.
A moment of silence plays between us as we lay close to each other, with me on the verge of tears. I'm scared. My voice gets louder in desperation. The future scares me! I don't know what to do. I can't do this without them. I wrap my arms around her tightly, as if she's the only thing I have left to hold on to in this world. I don't want to do normal people stuff all by myself. I can't do it. I just can't. What am I going to do about filing taxes, or getting health insurance, or social security, or getting a job, or buying a house? What if I mess something up, and it messes up my forever? Oh god, there's a word missing there. What if I can't do anything right? They're not here to help me anymore. Who will be there to watch over me? A few moments pass as I'm using all my willpower not to cry in front of her again, but it's so hard when it feels like nothing matters anymore. A faint mm-mm is heard from Yuri as she gently brings a hand to run through my hair.
I will.
Her hushed voice almost sounds angelic. I move my head away from her chest to meet her gaze.
Hallie, please. Let me help.
Another moment of silence plays out as I'm trying to process what she means. I...
Hallie, I used to feel the same way about life before I met you. I thought I was going to go through life alone, with nobody to help me out with my problems. Everything just seemed so hopeless and with no direction, but that's no longer the case. You've been such a big help to me ever since I met you, and I can't thank you enough.
But why? Why do I mean that much to you? I'm not normal like everyone else, and I can't do most things all by myself.
Because you are not anyone else, Hallie. You've shown how invaluable you are to me, and I won't be able to forgive myself if I can't be there for the one who means the whole world plus some to me. You made me feel loved and accepted when you promised not to leave me because of my problems, so please, trust me when I say I believe in you and everything you'll do. And if things seem too much to handle, just know that I'll be there for all of it. Every waking moment, just the two of us. I finally figured out how to repay the favor, and I wouldn't have chosen any other way.
I can't help but stare at her in a surreal feeling of disbelief, as if life is being flipped upside down again. My feelings of doubt and fear are slowly starting to go away at her words. Do you really mean that?
Of course. We made a promise to each other to help each other out, remember? That's a treasure I promise I'll never forget.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no need to worry anymore, darling. Everything's all right.
A comfortable silence plays out as another breeze runs by. I manage to bring my face close to hers until our noses touch, and I grip her body a bit harder.
Your hugs are so warm, Hallie. I love that about you.
I'm left speechless. I can feel a burning feeling in my heart going out of control. Everything that seemed scary is slowly melting away. The future, no, our future, seems a lot more bright. It would be brighter, I'm sorry, and it's all thanks to her. I have to let her know how much I appreciate her, to show how much I love her. I have found the one whom my soul loves. Closing my eyes, I lean forward and to my right to press my lips against hers with noticeable force. Time stops as she returns the favor. All I can focus on is my heart pounding faster and how soft she feels when we're this close. Once we pull away from each other, the burning feeling from earlier doesn't go away. It's getting stronger. I bring my voice down to almost a whisper. Yuri, I look away from her and point a finger up to the moon. Do you ever just want to spread your wings, fly up into the sky, and shout to the world how much you love someone?
Hallie, I spread my wings, not to fly, but to hold you close.
The burning desire in me grows even more as I look over to her. I can't hide it from her anymore. I close my eyes and kiss her again, this time more softly. After she returns the favor, I open a little to let my tongue and touch her lips. Soul poetry ensues as she opens up and does the same, our grip on each other never ending. Chapter 13, 3-Day Weekend. Yeah, I can't blame you for taking a day off after all that, man. Like, geez. Monday, October 18th, noon. Heck, that'd be like an excuse to take a week off, honestly. Ooh, huh? With the sound of my phone going off waking me up, I rub the sleep out of my eyes and stare at the ceiling above me. It takes a little bit for my eyesight to adjust to what's going on. Leaning over to my left side shows that Yuri's not beside me. Where'd she go? After staring at my wall for a little bit, thinking of nothing in particular, I remember what woke me up just now. Oh yeah. What could that, or who could that be? Reaching over to my phone on my nightstand, I flip it open and the screen reads, one new message. Monica. Monica. Oh boy. Let's see what she has to say.
Hallie, I haven't seen you and Yuri today at school. Everything all right?
All I can do is stare at the screen in front of me, unsure of how to respond back to her. After being stuck in place for a few seconds, my sense of smell picks up on something lovely. Hey, wait a minute. I know what that is. Averting my attention away from my phone, I run towards my door and leave my room to see what's up. Once I've made my way down the stairs, my sight picks up on Yuri, in front of my stove again. Looking around her shows a yellow box of pancake mix and a translucent plastic bowl with a red spatula in it on the counter, rather. So that's what smells good. Oof, pardon me. I take this moment to silently approach her right side and see what's going on. I'm getting some deja vu feelings from this. Once she looks over to see me, she puts on her signature warm smile.
Why, hello, handsome.
Her words make me feel warm inside, and so does the stovetop in front of me. I give her a small smile, but don't respond back to her. Looking away from her shows 4 golden brown pancakes on a large square pan. My guess is that they're almost done. The scene in front of me. This is something that Mom used to do all the time, and it made me happy every time.
Hallie, how are you feeling?
Looking back over to Yuri, she's taking the pancakes off the pan and onto a plate for us. I'm feeling a bit better than yesterday.
That's good. Are you ready to eat?
There's this crazy feeling of appreciation for her going on inside me right now. Hey, I know what I can do to help.
Oh, what's that?
Without another word, I walk over to my fridge to pull out the butter, reach down into the cupboards below, and pull out the syrup. Next, I open up a drawer close by to pull out 2 forks, knives, and plates for me and her to use. There, I got this for us.
Oh, well, thanks, Hallie.
Once I'm up beside her again, we make our way to the table and set everything down in front of us. We both take a seat and get everything prepared for breakfast time. Pancakes, butter, and then the syrup. In that order. She does the same as the 2 of us contently dig in. I've always loved the fluffy feeling of pancakes and how syrup complements it, even if I do put way too much on my plate. I don't know what it is. Something about it covering the whole surface area of my plate just feels right. That is something that my mom always got on me about. Mom. Looking up from my plate shows Yuri with a happy look on her face. My smile is starting to disappear as I look to the left and to the right. Dad always sat on the left side, and Mom always sat across from me when I was growing up. I set my utensils into both my hands down on the table and let out an audible sigh.
What are you thinking about?
I was thinking about Mom and Dad. They always sat across from each other during dinner time or whatnot, and how we are now reminded of that.
Oh, Hallie, that's...
I still can't help but miss them. She puts her utensils down and gently places a hand on mine, which jerks me from my sad stupor.
I know, Hallie, but it's okay. Just remember you'll never be alone. I'll make sure of it.
I can feel a small smile returning to me as I take my hand and place it on top of hers. Thank you, Yuri. A coy smirk appears on her face as she places her other hand on top of ours. A giggle fit breaks out between the 2 of us at the sight in front of us. Our hands return to each other not long after. As we're both calming down, something important comes to mind. Hey, that reminds me.
Oh, what is it?
Pulling my phone out of my pocket, I flip it open and bring out my text messages. Take a look at what Monica sent me. I hand her my phone.
Monica?
Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that. Once my phone is in her grasp, it takes her a while to read what's shown. She looks back up to me not long after.
Don't worry, I know what to say to her.
I can't help but sit there full of questions as she's typing away on my phone.
And... send.
After she gives my phone back to me, I go to my sent messages and see what she could have possibly told her.
Hey, Yuri here. Hallie is taking a mental health day and I'm making sure everything's alright. We won't make it to the club today.
Yeah, she pretty much hit the nail right on the head there. Breakfast is pretty much done, and the silence between us was comfortable. Yuri takes the liberty of picking up all the dirty dishes, but I stop her before she walks over to the sink. Hey, I'm gonna go outside and get the mail real quick.
Oh, that's okay, Hallie. Don't be too long now.
Heh, she always knows how to be cute, even when things aren't going the best. Giving her an attempt at a smile, she walks over to the kitchen and I make my way outside. The sun is out, shining brightly through the clouds that are scattered throughout the sky. It feels really nice outside compared to what the past few days have been. I take advantage of this moment to get some fresh air in me before walking over to the mailbox. The breeze against my face makes me feel a little more alive. Approaching my mailbox and opening it, I pull out one envelope and look at it. It's a healthcare provider I've never heard of. A stinging feeling grows inside me at just how much I don't want to deal with this. I'll deal with this later. What? Oh? Monica, maybe? I'll pull my phone out of my pocket, and sure enough, it's her. Let's see what she's got.
Fine. Just make sure you two show up tomorrow. Sari and I have something planned for a club activity.
Wonder what she could have had in mind. I can't help but stare at the road in front of me. Club activity. What could they possibly have in mind? Is what I just wondered aloud. If that's how Monica reacted to me and Yuri missing today, then there were words there. Then I don't... What? Monica again. Bringing my phone up to me once again shows one new message. Unknown. Flipping my phone open, I begin reading the wall of text on the tiny screen in front of me. Northside Credit Union here. We are confirming your monthly automatic deposit of $100 is processed into your checking account as per your representative payee's orders. Thank you for partnering with us for your financial needs. Oh, that's good. Wait, hold on. Representative payee. That's... Wait a minute. It feels like my eyebrows skyrocketed to the moon. Then... It feels like my whole world is crashing again. In a good way this time. Staring at my phone, I know what I want to do. Exiting my messages screen, I pull open my contacts and stare at the words Yuri, Monica, and Mom and Dad. There's no way this is actually happening.
Don't call me again unless it's important.
I'm left staring at my screen again at what my mom told me days before. That thought alone puts me in a stalemate on what I should do. This is a life or death situation. I'd say that's pretty important. I apprehensively place my finger over the green call button on my phone, but don't press down on it yet. But wait. What if they don't pick up? What if I'm just overthinking things? I'll never know if I don't try. The moment I hit the green call button, my nervousness skyrockets as I bring the speaker to my ear. Gah, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Hello?
Ah.
Hallie, what do you want?
I can't believe what I'm hearing. There's no way this can be real. Mom?
What is it?
I am still in shock at what's happening. Did you and Dad send the money over today?
Of course. Your dad did that first thing this morning. Why are you asking in the first place? We've gone over this before we left, you know.
Dad. Despite my mom's tone, it feels like my words were worlds being flipped upside down just by hearing her again. This is almost too much to handle. Mom, is everything all right over there?
Everything's fine over here. I thought I told you to call only if it's important, you know.
I...
Hallie, what's going on?
Mom, I got a letter in the mail from your work 2 days ago. It's really hard to keep my composure now, but I'm trying my best. They said you and Dad got in a car crash and aren't with us.
Are you serious? Your dad and I haven't left our hotel room over here in a few days.
Music to my ears. I can feel myself feeling a little more at ease.
Look, if you can find out who sent that to you, let your dad and I know and we'll take action against them.
Now's the time. Mom.
What is it, Hallie?
I feel really bad about what I told you the other day, and I felt like I would never be able to tell you this. I take a moment to breathe in and out. I'm really sorry about the things I said the other day. I shouldn't be treating you like that. I'm really sorry.
Oh, well, Thank you, Hallie. I'm sorry I reacted the way I did, too. Your dad and I both love you very much, you know.
Mom, I love you guys too. Do you and Dad have any idea when you two will be coming back home?
Well, if everything goes well, then your dad and I should be able to make it to your graduation. That means you better keep your grades up, you know.
Don't worry, I'm doing okay when it comes to that.
You'd better be, you know.
Right.
Has anything else been going on that your dad and I should know about?
Other than that, no, not really.
Well, good. Your dad and I have other important business to take care of today. Feel free to call us if you or your girlfriend need anything, you know.
Stop saying you know! I will. Thanks again, Mom. Love you.
Love you too. Bye now.
For once, it seems like everything feels right. I can't help but stare at my phone symbol with the green arrow on my screen, showing that the call was successfully made. This feels incredibly surreal. Gasp. I have to tell Yuri about this. Quickly turning around, I dash over to my front door and quickly enter my house. And then we need to find who sent that letter and kill them. Once I spot Yuri in my kitchen cleaning up everything from earlier, I excitedly start walking over to her with a slight spring in my step. Yuri, you won't believe it!
Hallie?
As she looks over to me, I take both her hands in mine and give her my most excited smile. They're alive! They really are!
You don't mean...
Look! After jumping up and down a few times, I quickly pull my phone out of my pocket. Bringing up the message from the bank, I hastily hand her my phone. After looking at it for a bit, she gives my phone back to me.
Did your parents really do that?
They did! And I tried calling them, and look! I pull up the call logs screen on my phone and excitedly points to the box that says Mom and Dad to show her the green arrow next to the phone symbol.
Wait, they answered?
I can't contain my excitement anymore. I have to show her how happy I am. They did! And without a warning, I hug her as hard as I can, pick her up from the ground, and start spinning her around my kitchen. I'm so happy! This lasts for a few seconds as I think I can hear Yuri giggling out loud. Once that's over and we're not spinning anymore, I don't let go of her. Instead, she wraps her arms around me.
Oh, Hallie, this makes me really happy to hear this.
Me too. Once I break away from her, I happily place my right hand on her shoulder. Why don't we go do something to celebrate, since I just got paid and all?
Hallie, are you sure?
Yeah, why don't we go out to eat or something? I carefully tighten my grip on her shoulder. I've got us covered. Besides, there's this little place in town my parents used to take me all the time, and I'd like to share that with you.
I would really like that.
I remove my hand from her and flash her a bright smile.
However, could we stop by my place real quick so I can change my clothes? I've been wearing these for the past 3 days now.
Yeah, sure thing.